Sometimes marriage doesn't break because two people stopped loving each other. The marriage conversations that no one talks about. Hi everyone, my name is Crystal and you're welcome to Behind Closed Doors, a podcast series where we talk about marriage challenges and issues that doesn't make it to the social media. Come with me. On today's episode, the topic is the loneliness sitting beside you, and I'll be sharing / reading a story for context so that we can understand better. Ada never imagined that she could feel lonely in the house shared with a man that she loved. About 7 years ago, when she married Tunde, she thought that loneliness was something that single people experienced. Justice for single people, though. After all, wasn't marriage meant for companionship? But one random Tuesday evening, as she sat across the dining table from her husband, she realized that they hadn't had a meaningful conversation in weeks. Not because they were fighting, not because they hated each other, but simply because life had happened. The children needed attention, bills needed pay. Somewhere between survival and responsibility, friendship quietly left the room. Tunde wasn't a bad husband. He provided, he was faithful, he loved his family, but every day followed the same pattern. You will hear conversations like, "How was work?" The other person will answer, "Fine." "Did you pay the electricity bill?" Yes. "What should we eat tomorrow?" "I don't know." And that was it. Two people sharing a life together, but slowly losing touch with one another. One night, Ada cried. You know how we women can be emotional. Not because of physical abuse, not because of betrayal. Remember, I said that Tony was a faithful husband, but she missed her husband as he slept beside her. Nobody had warned her that the hardest part of marriage or the hardest struggle in marriage wasn't conflict. It's emotional distance. The kind that grows quietly, subtle, yeah, keeping it in your heart. It's piling up. The kind that arrives without an announcement. The kind that makes two people who were once in love roommates instead of partners. Who is going to end this conflict? It has to be one of them now. So the next morning, she almost said nothing, but instead, she asked a question. "Tunde, do you think we are okay?" The question caught him off guard. Man was shocked. For a moment, he just stared at her. Then he admitted, "I've been feeling the same way too." Thanks, don't end now. Suddenly, years of assumptions began to crumble. Tunde thought Ada was no longer interested in him. And Ada also thought that my husband no longer cares for me. But both of them were wrong. They were hurting. Both were waiting for the other person to say something. You better say something now. And that's another truth nobody. Sometimes marriage doesn't break because two people stopped loving each other. Sometimes it struggles because people stop communicating their pain. We live in a society where we've been accustomed to not sharing how we feel, especially for the women. Yes, they just want you to take it up in. They say endure, endure it. But it's slowly killing us. It's slowly killing our marriage. It's slowly killing our love life. The hardest conversations in marriage are often not about money, intimacy, parenting. They are about conversations like, "I need you. I feel unseen. I don't know how to fix this. Can you help me?" Back to Ada and Tunde. Ada and Tunde didn't solve everything overnight. There was no dramatic movie ending. But it started with one conversation, then another, and another. And slowly, friendship returned. Not because their marriage became easy. If today's story resonates with you, and perhaps the conversation is not about your marriage being perfect, Perhaps it's about what conversations have you been postponing? What have you been hiding? What feelings have you been enduring and not talking about? I think it's time for you to speak aloud. I think it's time for you to pick up your phone, make a call to your partner. Let's have a conversation and talk about it. All right, people, thank you for listening to Behind Closed Doors today. Join us on our next episode as we talk about another struggle in marriage that doesn't make it to the social media. Till then, my name is Christelle, and this is Behind Closed Doors. Cheers.